These are the top global investors. These are the companies that they've invested in. And these are the people who are running the show behind the scenes. Now, most people think that pitching investors take a lot of preparation time and is super hard to do. But today I'm going to show you exactly how I pitched all of these investors in under 1 hour with a new product that I just had. When speaking with investors, we need a document that looks like this. It's a pitch deck that explains what problem you're trying to solve, what solution you're proposing, how big of a market share it really is. Who are the competitors? Are they dominating the industry already? What's your business model? What's your revenue forecast for the next 5 years? Who are the team members that you have on board? And any other information that convinces the investor to invest in us. And this is the pitch deck that I have built. It's complete with real-life market data, deep research into my competitors, their revenue, their complaints, and their user base. Not only that, but I've also built a video to send to the investors and also built a website on top of it to convince them even further. I've done all of this in under 1 hour using a secret tool called Skywork. Skywork is not a chatbot. It's an you tell it your goal and it reverse engineers the thinking, the process, and also the document creation for you to make it into a reality. It's an autonomous cloud workforce that's amazing for you to create documents such as an investment thesis document, an Excel file for financial forecast, or a pitch deck to convince investors. Now I'm going to show you how to build all of this in under 1 hour and the exact prompts that I use to make this happen. So this is the Skywork portal. You can see it has a lot of amazing designs. And the thing that I love the most about it is the skills. It has got a lot of skills, including deep research capabilities like the McKinsey, the financial market report, the investment thesis, and has got a lot of tools to generate like slides, images, sheets, website, videos, everything that you need to convince an investor to invest in us. So we're going to go ahead and start our first project. Here we're going to tell Skyworks, I want to pitch a new business idea that I have to investors. The idea is called Open Jobs. It's an HR job portal that allows people to apply for jobs and also employers to post jobs that are recently available. But the unique part about this idea is people are able to bump to the top. So instead of an ad-based revenue stream or like a commission-based revenue stream, I want a bump-based revenue stream. That means any candidate can press a button called bump every 24 hours and go to the top of the position in the employer's job applicant's profile. And the employer can also do the same by pressing a bump button and appear on the top of every candidate's search results that are relevant to the employer. And I want to make a paying mechanism in which we are able to charge $5 to auto bump applicants or employers once every 6 hours for a $5 fee. That's a whole business model. And first, I want you to do a deep research into this to see whether the idea makes sense, to see who the competitors already are, and if the market is saturated enough. I want you to do a deep research and generate a document that explains the whole market research to me. Okay, as I hit send, Skyworks does all of the tasks in the background. It runs its own cloud computer that allows us access to internet without running it on our own system and without getting proxy banned by many providers. Now, Skyworks also chooses the best model to do all this execution from, whether GPT-2 for image generation or VO3 for video generation, or even the best LLM to do deep research. Okay, we see that it's doing a parallel deep research on different websites, including the employment situation. Has a lot of MCP tools like searching the web, loading skills, executing tasks. This is insane. It's searching YouTube as well. Did you see that? Searching Facebook, searching LinkedIn. Most of the browser crawlers that I know gets banned like within seconds. And this is able to see all of them in one go. This is like an insane deep research tool. It's comparing different ads, seeing the different statistics, ZipRecruiter, LinkedIn. Is browsing all the websites that even takes my local cloud sessions very hard to do. Jungle UK Financial Year 2025 report of Upwork. It's seeing the revenue forecast and also the financial year report of publicly traded companies. That's amazing. Total number of job boards, Upwork's full year 2025. It's exploring different segments of the job industry, because usually the job industry is segmented into simple white collar jobs, blue collar jobs, some remote work like Fiverr, Upwork, also headhunting jobs in which they have specialized headhunting firms that recruit people. But today we're just going to make a simple job board and let's see who our competitors are. Okay, it's seeing recent acquisitions. It's deciding whether our idea is good enough or not. It's using a lot of browsers, yeah. It's seeing the price patterns also. It's seeing in different countries like China. Okay, it has got some results. See what it did. It has collected some data, identified the top job portals, researched the revenue models, researched the market saturation. Okay, has all the research data. Now it's going to make the document. Okay, it seems we already have our document. Oh, I like that we can edit this also. Right, okay, open jobs, market analysis, executive summary. Okay, we see that it's growing at 12%, which is very good. Market is saturated. Oh no. But I think at least it's very honest with us. There's no general purpose job portal that has a bump as its primary defining revenue model. Legacy giants is Monster and Career Builders. They filed for bankruptcy. Oh no. Sold for pennies in 2025. Old monetization approaches are collapsing. Okay, that's good. The model is differentiated, okay, but it depends on having a liquidity threshold, enough employers and candidates simultaneously active. The market size is huge, okay, and it's growing it's going to 3x in like 10 years, okay. We see that regional breakdown. The market size, how big it is in North America itself is bigger than Europe. That's crazy. Asia Pacific is only 3.42. I doubt, man. I think Asia is like much bigger, has a bigger population, but still. AI integrations have now used AI in the hiring workforce. Okay. Skills-based hiring shift. Okay. We see the top platforms founded over 20 years ago. I think some of them need change. Indeed is the biggest valuation. We see that it has got enough resources and references that it has done its research on. Okay. LinkedIn Jobs is the biggest in revenue by far. Okay. Handshake is also like a nice name. Haven't heard of it. We see that Upwork also has financial revenue open, has charges like marketplace fee. Okay, it has analyzed all the different type of business models. Great. The dominant monetization approaches: pay-per-click, pay-per-application, say mostly like ads. But I don't think so. Like job recruitment platform should be, gatekeeping its candidates or like making sure that only the best employers gets the best candidates. I think it should be fair for all, right? Commission success fee, I don't really like it. Because why should we make money out of applicants, Okay, seems that ZipRecruiter is the highest because they do headhunting. The bump mechanic, does it exist? Boosted proposals, yes, connects. Fiverr also does promoted gigs. Zip does traffic boost. It's all ads, right? None of them actually has a bumping mechanism. It's very hard to enter. New companies that are raising funds. Okay, Juicebox, I like the name. Outbound AI sourcing rather than inbound job listing. Okay. Findom, agentic AI for end-to-end autonomous hiring workflows. Okay. OTA, salary ranges, team culture videos. That's nice. Risk and mitigation. The verdict? Yes, with a focused execution. Okay, nice. I mean, like this is the most detailed research report I've ever seen. And next is we're going to tell it to make the financial forecast. Now do research on the potential financial forecast of the company. I want you to analyze the different costs. Let's say we mitigate the employee count by using AI agents to do most of the outreach, marketing, and sales, but still some employees for account management and handling large corporate clients. I want you to analyze also the CTR for ads, the CAC for customers, the LTV, and also do like a 5-year financial forecast of candidates and employers and how much revenue can we make from them. At what point do we break even? What is our total investment required for this whole process, assuming that most of the tech is built by AI and we have like a 5-person team that's handling the full maintenance end-to-end, fully remote. What are the different setup costs, capital costs, operating costs, and how much money can we make? Assuming that we find different ways to enter the market. I want everything to be in Google Sheets along with like different charts. Yeah, maybe not Google Sheets, maybe just like Excel. Right. Okay, and now we're going to tell it to do. We like this document. I think we should download it as a Word document. Okay, we can download it as PDF, Markdown, Google Docs, everything. This is crazy. Okay, they have the download started. So now we have our basic market research. Now let's wait for the financial forecast. You know what's really insane about this whole setup is that we did not once configure any MCP tool to generate the document, search the web, to process any information, nothing. It all just came out of the box. Okay, it has already completed the financial forecast. 5-year cumulative revenue, 12 million, super acceptable. Net capital required to reach break even, 700k USD. I think it's possible. The lifetime ratio looks pretty good. And the candidate's lifetime value, customer acquisition cost makes sense. Okay, let us look at the financial forecast. Well, this is amazing. They have an embedded Excel viewer. Okay, let us look. Section A, the revenue model parameters, employer side, free manual bump, and then the paid dollar value for manual bumps, max bumps per day, free to paid conversion rate, 8%, pretty fair. Usually like it's around 2%. I think we can change this later. Okay, we have the unit economics, the customer acquisition cost, very expensive. The B2C for the candidate is also expensive in my opinion. While direct AI driven outreach, much lesser. Great. So we have like 2 revenue acquisition strategies. The lifetime value to customer acquisition cost ratio, 6.4 and 16, it's like pretty good. And we can break even like within a month for the candidate itself, assuming that most of the candidates are the ones paying for it. Okay, we have the cost structure. Oh, they consider the legal fees. They consider the cloud architecture, payment, the brand design, logo. These are one-time cost. Okay, one-time capital cost. Okay, depends on, it gives a good range. Okay, it shows somewhere like around the low tier. Amazing. Monthly operating cost. Jesus Christ, this is actually like very, very good. The tech people hired, the marketing, legal components. Okay, let's look at the revenue forecast. Year 1, quarter 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. Breakdown by per variables. And the total estimated revenue, employer revenue and candidate revenue is separated from 2 different streams. This also gave like the total revenue growth trend. Then like doing $1 million in revenue after 3 years is something amazing. Okay, we have the profit and loss based on how many paying customers, paying candidates, investment scenarios, the different sources of acquisitions, organic SEO, the lifetime value and the conversion rate, the cost per click from Google display ads, via LinkedIn sponsored content. This is like very good. SaaS targets, search segment. I wonder how did they embed this whole thing? It looks amazing. Well, this is a pretty detailed financial report. I think it would cost me at least $10,000 to pay someone on Upwork to do this kind of research, and at least like 1 month for them to prepare and check all the numbers and make sure all the variables connect. So the fact that this technology can build the whole thing in just seconds is just insane. We're going to take it a step further. I want you to design the branding guidelines. Generate for me a logo, a color scheme, choose the primary, secondary, tertiary color palettes, and throw up like a few mock-up designs that is relevant to like the homepage, the dashboard, the mobile view, the employer dashboard, the candidate dashboard. Just throw up like a few designs and also highlight like the bumping mechanism so we can visually feel what the product looks like. Okay, I don't want you to build a website. I just like want a few mock-up images. And branding kit. Okay, while it's generating, I'm just going to download this. Okay, we can bring it to like Excel file, or we can even directly bring it to Google Sheets and directly connects to our Google Sheets account. That's amazing. Ooh, some images have been generated. Okay, it looks nice. Active applications, the companies have applied, and also the bump feature functionality. Auto bump is on. Well, this is like a whole mockup. The job listing, I think this is for the employer, the recruiting manager. Top candidates for this role. 3 bumps today means they're really actively looking for a job. How many bumps they have. Senior UX designer. How many have been auto bumped to the highest position so that you can get the best UX UI designer. Because for most job websites, after you search for like a UI UX designer and many jobs appear, most of the jobs, they just are buried below, they're based on recently posted. And I don't think so that's a fair measure of how good of a company is for the candidate. It does not signify the candidate is really looking for applicants or like how fast can you get hired. The mobile view also looks amazing. A huge bump this job functionality. I love it. A nice landing page. Okay, it has finished generating. We see that it has got a nice branding concept. It's got like a few logo options. I think out of all of this, I like the first one the most. So let's stick to the first one after this. For color palettes, I think the one they used was like a bit boring. It's very like primary palette. The secondary palette looks more fun, but I think like this one looks pretty like fun and happening. Okay, color usage hierarchy, get hired, type rules. Okay, the screen design for the homepage, public landing, employer dashboard, candidate dashboard. Okay, everything looks nice. I'm not quite satisfied with the logo and the branding yet, so I'm just going to try to modify it a bit. I don't like the colors. I think it's pretty dull. Let's make it like fun, minimalist style, use 2026 design concepts. And I want the colors to be primarily green, shades of green, but like super happening and active, powerful green, right? I want it to be like a light theme, but I want it to be like energetic green. And while you're at it, adjust the branding kit also. I'll only use one logo and make sure it's there in all the images and mockups. Okay, the branding kit finally finished and this looks much better. I like the thing on the top, the personality and voice. It's active, fair, fun. Okay, the free bump. I like the card structure. Has only one logo. It looks nice on white, on soft mint, on deep green. It looks amazing. The primary logo. It looks like bumping mechanism, like all upwards. Okay, the green palette. I like the foundation greens. The electric action. Everything looks amazing. And even the screen designs. The profile landing page looks much better. The analytics looks amazing. Employer control center also looks good. I know it still looks like a mock-up, but next is we're going to work on our pitch deck and then on our landing page. Okay, all the documents have been generated successfully. Let us look. We see that we have our open jobs file. We see that we have our personality and voice. We see that we have the bumping mechanism. I like the cards. I like the logo a lot because it looks like we're bumping to the top. It looks good on white. It looks good on deep green. I like the color palette. It looks very expensive and it looks very powerful. And I see that it has got also for each button, the hover, the available button, and then the cool down button. I think it has thought about everything in this whole system. It has got the typography for the fonts, also the H1, the H2, H3 section, the screen designs. I like the new homepage, the mock-up of the landing page. It looks nice. And then I like the platform activity. I like the graphs. I like the icons used, and I like the live feed. Everything looks super nice. I can see that we can bump for each position that we have applied for. And also the applicants can also bump. Everything looks good. It looks good on mobile also. I like the big, strong action button. And I think it looks perfectly amazing. Now we're going to go ahead and build our landing page. This is going to attract the investors the most. Go ahead and build a landing page using this branding kit and logo for our website. I just want a simple one-pager landing page and also a button which says that it's coming soon or join the waitlist, and then there's a form below. I don't need multiple pages. I don't need a login dashboard. I don't need an actual dashboard. I just want a single landing page. Build me the website. Okay, I can't wait. While it's generating, let's go ahead and save this. Gonna download the branding kit as a PDF file. Okay, it seems that we have finished our landing page. Let us look at the components. Have a navigation, hero, stats, how it works, waitlist form, and the footer. Let's go ahead and check it out. Get noticed and get hired. Try the bump. Now you're number one position. It's cute. Join the waitlist. There are 3 ways to bump. Okay, bump your application, bump your listing, and auto bump every 6 hours. I like the join the waitlist functionality. Looks super nice. The logo is not consistent, but let us go ahead and add a mockup. Make sure that the logo is consistent with the branding kit. Also, add a few mockups into the landing page. Okay, we see that the updated version has already been published. Let us have a look. Okay, I see a few statistics here. 3 ways to bump, see it in action. Okay, we see the homepage, dashboard for the employer, for the candidate, and also like the mobile view. It's pretty cool. I guess it's more exciting than the original version. And everything looks perfect. Okay, our logo has also been implemented. And now we are ready to publish the website. Okay, everything looks good. No need for a custom domain for now. Just gonna go ahead, press publish. Okay. And now we see that our website is live on Skywork.website. It looks amazing and I can't wait to share it to the investors. Now for the most important part, Generate a pitch deck using the branding kit, using screenshots of the landing page, using the financial matrix, the graphs that we have generated, and also the financial research. I want the pitch deck to have a problem statement, a slide for problems, a slide for solutions, a slide for the market size, a slide for the competitors, another slide for the business model, another slide for the financial forecast, and include other slides that you think is important to convince the investor that this project is really worth investing in. Make sure that the design is consistent with the brand colors and go crazy with the UI. Okay, our pitch deck is done. And that's got 14 slides, and let's have a look. Well, the first picture looks amazing. That's definitely not me. I don't know who that is. And we see that there's also buttons like add the page to the chat, generate the page one, and a few other options. Oh, customize rewrite. Okay, so we can customize each page one by one. Let's look at the job board crisis. This is the problem statement. The response rate collapse, that's true. Don't get 11. Monster and career build also have gone out of the picture because they've been too traditional. Revenue collapse is by 50% because no one wants to pay ads anymore. Okay, so this is our solution. Free daily pop, auto bump tier. We make sure that people are going to the top. I really like this page. Looks amazing. Okay, we have like a whole funnel, Tam Sum. We've got like how big the recruiting market is and North America target if we release only in one country, one geography. How many users are actually searching for jobs globally? Man, that's like 20% of the population. Always finding a job, that's crazy. Okay, then we see our competitive landscape. We see LinkedIn, Indeed, ZipRecruiter, and open jobs, and also where we stand out, position to them. That's nice. We have a transparent business model, no ads, no commission, no subscription. I think that should be able to increase our trust factor. Okay, why it's correct? Because legacy is collapsing. Mostly are building AI, market leverage, great. Oh, this is our financial forecast. Seems revenue, a year-on-year growth, and break even by month 24. Okay. We see that for the employer segment, we have a good LTV to CAC ratio, and candidate segment also. We already have a live waitlist platform. We have a link to our website, which is like amazing. And we have built it with like Cursor and Copilot, all full AI, what our timeline looks like. Joint ventures, man, that's something creative. Okay, AI native team, the full stack account manager is going to come in at month 7, so we won't burn cash at all. And then our seed investment is just for phase 1, phase 2, and year 2 OPEX before we actually break even. So over here, we see that we required investment of 683. But if I was going to do this investment, I'll probably sum all of this up. Assuming a 0 revenue for the first 3 years is like pretty basic. So I'm just going to sum all of this up and maybe ask for $1 million instead of 683. But apart from that, the whole calculation is pretty good. We see that we will be losing this much money in the first 2 years. And the investment case, we're going to go for 24 months for break even, and we just require 683K in capital. Okay, the pitch deck looks pretty solid. I think all the numbers back it up, and we have a website to support it. And yeah, I think it's pretty ready to go out there and meet our investors. Oh, we can even adjust the UI, the logo. This is pretty nice. Let's see how much can we actually modify. Oh, we can modify the fonts. It's like a whole PPT editor in here, isn't it? Okay, I like it. We can add this to chat, and then we can also only talk about how we want to modify each case. I really like it. I really, really like it. Okay, and one more thing to spice everything up and get the best stats possible for investments. Generate a video of a person pitching this idea to investor. I want the person to be walking around in the room and the whole parts of the pitch deck is available, or like parts of the mockup is available, and showing like how it values candidates, how they can jump to the top every 24 hours, and how it makes it like an equal opportunity for all advertisers to promote their jobs and also for candidates to find the right one for them. The video doesn't need to be too long, maybe I think like 15 seconds of a landscape, 16:9 aspect ratio. Video is more than enough to show the value proposition and how we're fighting for equality for candidates and for recruiters. Okay, the video has finished generating, so let us have a look.
Candidates deserve visibility. Bump to the top every 4 top. Free. Every 24 hours. Equal opportunity for everyone.
I really like it. Very professional, man. I like that he has referenced a few pages from the dashboard, and also You have like a different whole page for the analytics. I think this whole part looks amazing. It looks very professional, and I think this is something that I would send to the investors. I think they're using the same person also as a first page of the PPT. Let me see. Oh, quite different. I guess it's a growing team. Okay, it seems that they have adjusted the PPT also. Oh, so the last page they have like a video embed. Oh, this place looks very nice. We're just gonna go ahead and download this into PPTX or also Google Slides. Okay, and that's it. With Skyworks, I could generate all the documents from the research document, the financial forecast on Excel, the website, the branding kit, the pitch deck, and also the video for investors all in one single tap. It saved me at least $500 in subscription of different tools for me to generate all of this together. It saved my time by a lot and reduced it from 2 months research into just 1 hour. I've already sent it to the investors and I can't wait for them to tell me exactly where I could improve the deck or if they're ready to invest in my company. The link to Skyworks is in the description below. Use my promo code HeyJ to get 20% off the annual plan. I can't wait to see what you build with it. If you want access to all the documents that I've created in this video, go ahead and see the link in the description below. Comment if you'd like to see what the investors replied, and subscribe if you're new to AI and automation.